Welcome, Gary. How's it going, Gary? Welcome.
Yeah, good, thank you. Good, thank you. And yourself?
Excellent, thank you, thank you. Nice background you have.
Yeah, it's canal in the UK, down near Bath, I think.
Nice, nice. And thank you so much for catching that mistake. I appreciate it. Yeah, so, that's maybe something I should give Zoom feedback on, because when you set up a new meeting, it automatically takes the time that it is, current time that it is. So it could be whenever, day or night, when you are setting it up.
Yeah.
But instead, yeah.
I
forgot to change it. Thank you.
Yeah, I only picked it up because I actually put it into my calendar this week.
Yes.
And it ended up at 4 p.m. or something. I thought, did I do that wrong?
Yes.
And then I read the message again and
yes, the confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, great. Was it easy to get on?
Yes. Yeah. I just, as I said, I added it to my calendar and I've moved it to the right time. And
yeah. So Google Meet is a competition to Zoom, and it's free.
Yeah.
And I use a lot of that with my CrossFit, which is all online. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know how that will work actually, because is always the same link. But yeah, do you use much Google Meet, which used to be
I had a few issues with it early on.
Yeah.
So I haven't used it for a long time. I've used a bit more of Microsoft Teams of late.
Yeah.
And then in between some of the more professional ones, but I primarily use Zoom unless I have to use something else.
Yeah, good idea. Sure. Here's Kim.
I'm just going to reset my headset, so just bear with me for a moment.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hi, Elena.
Hi, Kim. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Gary.
Yes. Great. Wonderful. My faithful, loyal Melbourne members. I love it. You're still on lockdown, but not on lockdown from coaching, right?
Yep.
Yes, there you go. So, okay, let me see. Yeah, we can get started. It looks like, today is a holiday here. And so I don't know if that was the reason why maybe less people showed up. Was it easy for you, Kim, to get on it? Yeah.
I have, sorry, what is your saying?
Was it easy for you to get on Zoom?
No, that's not. It's not.
Was not?
It's very easy. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay, great.
No problem.
So happy Labor Day from your US friends. And I know you have the same holidays, just at a different time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When is it in Australia?
Gary, you remember?
March. Labor Day's in March.
March. Okay, so we passed it. Okay, well, you can celebrate it again. So welcome, Bernice, looking good on this Labor Day. Okay, so I thought in honor of it, let's just see where you're at, okay, with your career. So I'm a strong believer that if your career matches your passions, then that's ideal, and you'll have a much easier, more fun, happier time in life. Okay, so let's just check in. There is no right or wrong. As you know, your passions do evolve as you evolve as a person, as a human. Obviously you do evolve. That's why you're in coaching, to keep expanding your potential and maximizing it. So there's no right or wrong. Of course, we record these calls for educational purposes, but you know, there are no secrets. And let's just check in. I'll do it with you. I can go first if you want, or one of you can go first. Let's compare your passions and your career and see how much they match. Okay, here we go, in honor of Labor Day here in the US. Is anybody ready? If not, I'll go.
I can go. I can always go.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You're always ready.
Always ready. So, hi. Okay. My passion has always been helping people. And for 21 years now, I have been an occupational therapist. That's how I earn active income. I have other interests, of course, but this is what is my career. This has been my career. Right now, and this is the way I chose to do it since 2015. I'm a freelancer. So what I do is I contract myself out to a building. And right now, where I currently was for 2.5 years, which is really sad because it usually doesn't last that long. I'm now not going to be back at that building anymore, which is so sad for me. And but I have 3 other places that I'm looking at right now to see if it's a good fit. So my career really does match up. For 21 years, I've been very passionate about being an occupational therapist. I absolutely love it. And like I said, that's been my source for me of active income.
Fabulous.
That's it.
And curious, so is that through a recruiter that you're evaluating these 3 opportunities, or you seek them out yourself?
No, people call me because they know me. So usually the director of a rehab department will reach out to me, or another therapist who knows me reaches out to me. There are some agencies who do reach out to me, but I've known them for many, many years. I don't go with random recruiting agencies.
That's great. So they're you or they are pigging back your reputation that you have established throughout the many years and decades.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Yeah. And I'm sure the industry has changed a little bit, like all of them, but you kept up and you're adaptable and you're going for it. Wonderful. Keep us posted on that, Bernice. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear from Gary.
I'm a business systems consultant, and one of, I guess, my passion and business alignment don't necessarily always tie together. However, one of the passions I've developed over the years has been travel, and I was able to travel for about 18 years internationally, pursuing my career. And my passion has since developed into supporting organisations that are providing clean water, education opportunities, and also housing opportunities. And one of my clients is developing housing solutions. So that's how some of the work that I do is tied in with what my passions are. I'm still working on an opportunity with a client that's in, or potential client that's in Malaysia at the moment. So that will be delivered a little differently as we move forward. But that has stemmed from previous relationships that I've had.
Excellent. Good job. The power of professional relations come in handy, and great work cultivating them. yeah, there is always a way to maybe make our passions more aligned with our work. It takes a little bit of creativity. So I encourage you to use one another within the private Facebook group, during these calls, during the masterminds, to keep seeing what's possible and maybe share contacts, yeah? Because it's all complementary. You're not competition. No, it's all cooperation. That's great. Thank you so much, Gary. And what about you, Kim?
I do have a very, I actually, now I'm more passionate, but I used to be rather against like working, because back then I was work as a graphic designer. Being entrepreneur never come across my mind. Behind all that I see is just thinking I'm too stupid to be starting a business. So for a very long time I locked in there and working for other is struggling, and because it's very confined and there's not much freedom. And I do resist for a very long time. So after having kid and all that, raised up 5 kids and all that, I'm so happy, like, okay, I'm away from all the career. But during that time, I do attend a lot of personal development and all that. So coaching is part of something I learned while I was there, initially just to make my family working, etc. And it's an interest part of it. But I think after 20 odd years, I become like, have a very, like, it's a focus area. I don't even realize, but it's around 25 years I've been doing that. Why before having kid and after having kid and all that. I do have a very understanding in terms of a relationship and how to make it work in the family. And after that, I think I start probably 7 years ago, I start see, there's a lot of need in the family. I start just able to hear them, the conflict. It wasn't they talk straight to me, but it's more like, when parents have issue, I can see it so clearly. It's just like, because I was maybe stay in that arena so long, and I start see that. And so initially I wasn't intend to coach other, because it seemed like it wasn't the right thing to do, to get people like, but I do have the skill, the listening and the skill of coaching. So slowly I just see people stuck there. Like it wasn't like they don't want to resolve it, but they don't know how else to deal with it. And they start complain, consistent, told the same thing and going nowhere. So I start just helping them out while I'm there. And I thought, just helping out because I deal with those problems. So I just coaching out for free, and just coaching, like, just help them talk from different perspectives so they could consider what, different way of dealing with their situation. And I've been doing that for the last probably 7 years now. And last year I decided to have a business, because when I started have business, parenting coach become an area I just naturally go in there. I feel like there's an area where I could help other, and also make children and parents have an easier time in terms of have a greater relationship in the family. Not everyone need it, but if they could, if they need it, I also feel like I could help them. So that become my passionate, because it's feel really nice knowing that, and not helping them is also, you walk away from it. It seems like helping other, but the truth is actually, because I walk away, other people they don't have the skill, but I have it.
Up, darling, because we're going. So we're just for right now measuring passions versus career. So okay, so it sounds like you are as much as possible aligning them. Okay, there is more room for improvement, like for all of us, but it sounds like you are. So thank you for reminding us that everyone has something unique to share at all times. Okay, at all times. So that unique is the key word, is the gold mine, because coaching is too general. It's like saying science, or it's like saying the universe, or psychology, it's just, or medicine. It's too big. We all have to find that USP, unique selling proposition, that makes us unique, whether it's your own specific methodology called XYZ, which is different than anybody else. We all have to find our unicity and share that and market the heck out of it. Okay, so you're doing it, you're on the right path, it is your passion, and you have experience and the earn the right or the authority and expertise to do so. So go for it. Good job, everybody. So let's remember that. Let's take a quick break from career. We'll go back to it in a moment. And let's review. So last week, I think some of you weren't here, but we focused on, last week, actually, we took it off. It was the 5th week of the month, but the week prior, we did focus on fun, play, entertainment / charity. So fungroupcoaching.com, I bought the domain. So some of you, especially Gary, did come up with some actions towards that. And Gary, would you like to share?
Yes, my actions were about relationship development and checking in on people, making sure, see how they were going. I made a number of calls during that last 2 weeks, as it turned out. It's probably lucky because I needed 2 weeks.
Yeah, good job.
To work through that. I had a few good conversations with a couple of people, with half a dozen people. So yeah, that was very worthwhile for me. Thank you.
Wonderful, good job. Keep it up. Are you gonna be able to repeat that? Yeah.
Sorry, I got through most of the people that I had identified to speak to over that 2 weeks. So I just moved them around as time ran away. So I've got through most of them.
Okay, good job keeping up with those great relationships, both personal and professional, because you can have some fun even with your professional relations and make it playful, because the best deals, always happen at the table, face to face, kind of hard to do now with COVID, or with fun games that you can do online and in person if your country allows it. That's why we do organize leadership retreats with games where you can learn a lot from those. So keep it up. Great. And Bernice, were you here that week when we did the play?
Yeah, let me get my notebook because I didn't bring out my notebook.
No problem. Kim, were you here that week?
No, I'm not.
I
Yeah, I'm
believe
not.
I was here.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
make
2 weeks
something.
ago. 2 weeks ago it would have been, not last week, the week before. Yeah, I think you were here, Bernice.
I probably was. I'm looking for my notes.
Good job.
I think the last thing I have is on relations. So
Okay,
relations.
so that was the week prior. Maybe you did.
Oh, maybe I wasn't there then. Sorry.
Tell us how you did
maybe
that with your relationship action.
Relationship action was good. Make appointments to tour properties. How did that get into relationships? I don't know. I wrote down business
Professional
goals. Short,
relation. Yeah.
sure, yeah. Improve relationship with local real estate brokers and make appointments to tour properties. This was my short-term goal for that time, which I did. And oh my gosh, I was all over the place over here. I don't know where my head was. My notes are like, they're reading like, I don't know, like, I'm sorry. I don't
okay.
even.
That's okay. I'll give you actually a moment here to look at your calendar and see if you need to bring anything to the front for this first week of the month where we're focusing on career, which does include anything, business, finances, anything that has to do with your career.
I think I'm sorry. I just think that we did a short-term goal and a long-term goal. And I remember just writing that down and doing the long-term goals. So short-term goal was make appointments to tour the properties. And I did that. So
okay, sounds
to
good.
improve the relationship.
Good job.
Okay.
Thank you. And Kim, last time you were here for our group, not private coaching, how did you do with your actions? You remember?
I actually, I do need to clean up my integrity this year later. But yeah, I took so many things on because I do I took way too much on. I got a 9 months program within the MBA, and I also got the 90-day, social media challenge. And then I just took
You
too
took on
many
too
things,
much.
and
Okay.
yeah, I took so much, and my focus is everywhere, and I do a lot of promise, but I didn't fulfill at all. But it was like, because I don't know when is enough. I just feel like, because I know you before in T-Half and all that, I know you and coaching with you before, so I just take everyone on, and then it's just like, yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of time to all of you now. I want you to focus on one thing, if any, that you want to carry over onto this new month. Maybe there isn't, and then we'll focus on career, okay? But maybe there is something you want to maintain or carry over. Maybe there isn't. Just take a look at your schedule and truly prioritize, okay? This is a big month because here is back to school, back to work. All the schools are reopening, and then it's going to be the last quarter of the year, so with a bunch of holidays, so time is ticking. So just be strategic so we can really wrap up 2021 nice and strong. Okay, so I'll do it with you. Take a look at your calendar and see if you want to carry over anything from the previous month. Don't overdo it, just one thing, and then we'll focus on career and start. Good job. Okay. Anybody who would like to share?
Yeah, I can. I've had a look back through my calendar, and found someone that I need to touch base with. So I'll schedule a time and have a chat with them over the next week.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. Bernice?
Yes, and I also looked back on thank God for our schedulers, right? For our planners. And I saw that my fun goal was that I had a long-term goal to rent a large boat and have a party on it. And that my action was to open a party savings account, which I did not do. So I have to put that into my maintenance, and I have to open up a little party savings account and start contributing so that I will eventually have enough money to do that and
Sounds
have a fun
lovely.
time.
Are we
I
gonna
think
be
I want to
right?
join you.
You might be able to, because when I researched it, you can, if you're going large, you go very large. So, a smaller boat, they don't have boats for like 30 people or 40 people. It's either 75 people, which is really big, or, like a very small, at least in our area. And I'm in New York. They have all kinds of boats in New York, but this is what they told us. So, yeah, you're invited because I'll be getting the 75 one.
Yes, that
Thank you.
sounds right. Even on the West Coast, when I had my 40th birthday a while back, the Eckers did come to my boat party. Same thing. There wasn't anything small. It was all big, 75, 80. So I figure I may as well go big. It was the same price, right? There you go. All
Probably.
right. Get your passport ready, Kim and Gary. We are self-inviting. All right. Thank you. What about you, Kim? What is the one thing, if any, that you want to carry over so you don't feel overwhelmed?
I think it would be health, like my exercise routine.
Sure. Okay, sounds lovely. Great. You can teach that to parents as well. Yeah. Okay, good. Walk the talk. Good job, everybody. So let's focus on career this week. Again, that covers, any new project maybe you want to start, even part-time, for fun, why not? Or any new JV, joint venture, affiliation, any new prospect for business or your career. It also includes any investment. Right now, there's a lot of opportunities with COVID and the economy being the way it is, so great, and interest rates being so low, blah, blah, blah. So please do take advantage to create some passive income so you can focus more on your passions, whether they monetize or not, or until they monetize, okay? So all of that is included within career. Yeah, that's my focus too, as well. Do more with nonprofit, and while I'm going to get into more investments to make sure there is some great passive income always coming. All right, so let's define one thing that we want to start with to advance our career, okay? So, and then we'll do our best to hone into it, quantify, be exact, be precise. So I'm going to give you some time to do a self-reflection exercise with your own higher self, okay? What's your higher self? It's getting in touch with both your heart and mind at the same time. So take a moment if you need to close your eyes or turn off the video, or take some deep breathing to really get calm and centered and grounded. Do so. I give you plenty of time. You can use the chat box if you like, or you'll be able to share later. And start. Great. All right. Let's see what came up for you so far, whomever is ready to share.
I can, if you like.
Yes, please.
Short term, I've been working on, my plan is to make or complete a business acquisition this year, and I had an appointment with an ex-owner of a business yesterday. And so now it's about working on a process to see if I can make that acquisition work and have a conversation with the current owner. So that's the short term. Long term is to prepare my plan for the next 3 months that will see me meet my financial goals for the quarter and prepare things for the following year.
Okay. Okay, very good. Business acquisition. And you have a timeline for that, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. What is it again?
It's 30th of November.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So 3 months. Okay. So be it. All right. Thank you. What about for the ladies?
You want to go first? Or, okay, I go first then. Okay, for the short term, for the long short term, I want to know more about my industry, like coaching industry. I have been thinking about it and start knowing about it, and also make the connection between myself and the potential target audience. And then another thing I need to overcome for short term is overcome the fear of putting myself out there because there's a fear.
Thank you for your honesty.
And in the long term, I would like to have a skill, like building my own skill, fine-tune them, that I could help a lot of parents like deal with different issues, because at the moment it's mainly my one, but I want to expand it and able to be like very good at it, like the top, 10% ideally. Yeah. So long term, I want to build that skill, have that capacity to have that.
Great. Do you want to define long term? Give it a timeline.
Oh, I was thinking around 5 years.
Okay.
Not like, 5 years. Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay. Thank you, darling. So this is all of our affirmations or declaration or motto, whatever you want to call it, mantra. So in coaching, we always act. It's all about actions in spite of fear. Okay. We use fear as our best friend to motivate us and light that fire under our feet, behind our butt or rear, whatever you want to call it, behind. So be it. So, and Bernice.
Okay, so I have to get my mind set in the right order here for this because, I was earning a higher salary for the last 2 years. And you're right, it has changed. And the rates are much lower now. And I know that. So I have to kind of accept that I'm not going to get more money doing this, but I'm going to be actually, in fact, getting less money. However, I have to understand that there are other benefits to this job, which is actually very good. It's not just a monetary thing for me. And the other benefits would be being able to work with my friends, working closer to home, working in a brand new building, which I enjoy doing, and having that work routine, which I also like. In fact, I like it almost as much as I like being off from work. So, having a flexible work routine, and these are all benefits that I will have in this career. And I'm not ready to retire from it yet. So for me, it's going to be /fun career because, I have to accept what I have to accept. As a staff therapist, it's not getting any better for us. So money-wise. So, but that's the whole idea why 3 years ago I started with a whole nother direction in terms of business, because I knew that this was going to be this way. I saw this already from 5 years ago. So I'm prepared for it. For me, going to work is just going to be like a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great. Do you want to give yourself a timeline, Bernice?
Okay, so I have a short-term goal to fax all the papers. I'll be applying for these jobs over the next couple of days. By Thursday, I should know if I'm missing anything. I think I'm missing one piece of paper for a updated TB, and I'll do that. So by Thursday, we should be good.
Sounds good. Great. Thank you so much. Good job, everybody. Give yourself lots of love. Put it in your career. And we're going to skip the visualization because we're running behind, but please do it on your own time. It's always good. Morning, before you fall asleep, morning when you wake up before you fall asleep, or, midday when you need to recenter and just need to unplug from the craziness and the busyness of life. Just put on some nice jingle and visualize what you want, okay? So, I want to give you more time to mastermind. You're going to do it in a breakout room, okay? I'll just be there to monitor the timeline, but I'll be silent and just to tell you when to switch. But this is your time to practice being accountability buddies, to practice coaching skills, and be honest with one another. Even if sometimes the truth is hard to hear, okay? Just do it with compassion and love, and give your honest feedback to your buddies here, to your other coaching members, okay? So you all know what you want, the timeline, and remind each other, and then strategize, give each other feedback about new ways to get there, okay? So you can go in alphabetical order so that it's easier, okay? So let me put you in the breakout room. And go. Good job. Thank you for helping one another out. Great. Okay, so from this strategy, now that you are able to say it out loud, verbalize it, and have your sounding boards, your accountability buddies sort of make sense of it, do a reality check with you. Now you're ready to commit to your new career action for the week, okay? 1 or 2 actions will do. Actually, let's just commit to 1. That's the theme for a lot of you, especially you, Kim. So you stay strategic and you advance without feeling overwhelmed. So let's stick to 1 action that will all hold one another accountable, 30 minutes or less. Anything you do on top of that, bonus, okay? So take a look at your calendar and please write in the chat box what's your new career action that stems out of your new strategy and when within the next 7 days you will be doing it, okay? And start. Right. Okay, good job. If we can see the ladies' action, please, in the chat box. Wow, look at that. Very nice. Nice, nice. Okay, great, Bernice, great actions. Gary, great actions. What about you, Kim? And while Kim writes hers, please do work on your first September reward. And make sure you redeem it as soon as you complete your action before next Monday/Tuesday. For me, it's going to be a private fitness training session. I think
Not sure that makes sense, but I need to check out which one is like, yeah, it's working.
Okay. Okay, sounds great, Kim. Nice. Wonderful. Okay. Great. And while you do that, I do want to remind you, feel free to invite anybody, potential client, potential JV to these sessions, group sessions, the more the merrier. The first session is always free. After that, it's pretty much very reasonable, and it goes to charity. Oh, shoot. Yeah. The mastermind, yeah, is once a month. Last week, we did all about video marketing. It's going to be uploaded on the membership website and online. And the next one, I have to set it up. I'm on vacation right now, but I'll set it up this week as soon as I get back to my headquarters. It's all going to be all about yoga, and you're going to have my yoga teacher do it. She's 68 and looks like 28. Naturally, so it's obviously working. And yeah, so I set that up. So, you know, if you want to master your coaching skills, we basically are giving out at our price now during COVID our certification, Power Coach University. And last but not least, our retreat. Yes, our retreat has been, because of COVID, has been rescheduled next year, mid-July. So again, basically, with that, you will get the coaching certification included. We're only charging, we're not making any money. We're only charging for the cost of the activities. There's going to be a lot of yoga on the lake, visualizations inside castles, and a lot of animal leadership, dogs, horses, you know, learning leadership through animals. Probably making some wine too from scratch, just because I come from that region, although I don't hold wine myself very much, but I definitely use it for cooking, wine reduction and all that. And then we'll have an opera expert, opera singer, and one night we'll go to the opera outdoor. Will be a lot of fun too. So lots of great initiatives. Don Lehner, some of you know him as he's our real estate investment liaison partner for international. He's opening offices in Dubai and in Egypt, Cairo this month as well. So he'll be there too, in case you're interested in international real estate. So that would be in Italy, my home country, my home region. So, you know, yeah, we trust that by then we'll have figured out a way around this pandemic, because we are healthy and resourceful, and we always find a way. There you go. Look at you guys. Fantastic. I'm excited. So well done. Let me see just one word here that you want to let go this session with. Okay, let me see it in the chat box, and then I'll leave you off the hook for a week. Freedom, beautiful, Gary, so be it. Bernice, empowered, lovely. Kim, gratitude. Okay, very good. So, and from me to you is love. Okay, you're loved. Remember that, and love yourself. Have a lovely week, my friends. I'll see you soon. Stay in touch.
You too.
Happy
Bye,
Labor.
everyone. Have a great day.
Yeah, have a great
Yeah.
week, everyone.
Enjoy your
Yes.
exits and rewards.